I'm not satisfied because if you have Juju taking your spot, we need another Juju. If Juju is in the game and you don't get playing time and you only get playing time when Juju's not in the game, then I'm concerned that we need another Juju. That means Juju was elite. Juju was a DJ Lundy. What's up, guys? I talked a little bit about Colorado's linebacker situation. In this video, I want to talk a little bit more about Colorado's linebackers because I have a little bit of a concern about Colorado's linebackers room and what we are being told about Colorado's linebackers. I'm going to give you an interview from Coach Hart. We're going to get to all of that, and then I'm going to give you my commentary. But before we do that, let me let these guys tell you who we are around here.
BWB. Bandwagon Buffs.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as it uploads to YouTube. All right, family, so I gotta go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. All right, so welcome back. We got Brian Howell and we got Adam Mustard Tiger who covers the Buffs. But first, we're gonna go to Coach Hart. Let's hear what he had to say about the linebackers, and then I'll give you my take on it. Let's go. So this video is coming from Brian Howell's YouTube channel. I just gotta let you know that the audio is not the greatest audio. Something was going on with a little bit of popping. You can pretty much hear what's going on, and then we can respond to it. Let's go. Brian Howell, appreciate you for the content. Thank you, man.
Coach Ryman said he's looking for another linebacker. What are you seeing in terms of that search, and do you want another linebacker?
Well, you know, the thing about Coach Prime is he's always pushing the envelope to get better, which I love. That's what I love. The linebackers that we have right now, if y'all remember last year I talked about we had guys that were good at the run and some were good at the pass, but we really didn't have a guy that was good at both, right? So this year coming into it, they've developed and getting better, but we haven't got the pads on yet. I mean, the first day was today, and it was kind of, you know, a little bit of hitting, but not as physical as you want to for me to make a good evaluation if a guy is good at the run and the pass, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm looking for out of the group I have now. Prime wants to push the envelope and create competition, which I love. The more competition you create, they don't sleep well, I sleep good. I like that. That's my philosophy, and I'm going to stick to that. So if we bring in another guy, we have been looking, and we have some guys kind of figured out that we'd like to go after if that's the case. But right now, we're focusing on what we have in-house and making those guys better.
How have the guys here responded to knowing that you guys are looking for more reinforcements and there might be more competition coming in?
They're getting up earlier. They're eating breakfast at 4 instead of 6. They in the film room before I am. I love it. It's like my kid when he's trying to go somewhere for a birthday party or something. His room is clean. Everything's nice. You know what I'm saying? The dishes are done. That's what these guys are doing right now. They're trying to show that they're ready to be that guy and lead the defense out there on Saturdays.
Into the offseason with Trevor Woods, was it a foregone conclusion that he would stay at linebacker, or did you have conversations with him about what his future would be?
Yeah, we had conversations with Trevor because we see Trevor as a player that could, you know, besides just playing like a dime on third downs, third and longs, things of that nature, that he has instincts. He has the ability to play first and second down. So that was something we had to talk to Trevor about to make sure he understood his role going forward and what he would be to us and how much he means to us, you know? Because you have the portal these days, right? And a guy can jump in there and go and do some things, and we didn't want to lose Trevor. We think he's a great kid, great asset, great teammate, and he's going to do anything but make us better in that linebacker room.
Last question for Coach. What are you seeing from Jalen Lester so far, Coach?
Jalen doesn't have a bad day, man. Jalen doesn't have a bad day. He's like the Energizer Bunny out there. He's just twitchy and moving around. I think he drinks more coffee than me or my grandmother compared, and we drink coffee every morning before I come to work. So I love Jalen, man. I think he's going to get better. I think he's going to be an asset. He's still competing to get on the field and start. I think what Bentley and Trevor have done is putting them still in the front running. No decisions have been made yet, but I do like what I see. But Jalen is really pushing, and I can't wait to see him on the field. What's that, Thursday, I think, when we get outside and have pads on.
Bentley was one of the guys I was really impressed with. As last season went along, he got better, and there was a time early in the season when Juju Mitchell came in and started to play, and Bentley wasn't playing a whole lot there for a few weeks stretch, and I think a lot of guys would have kind of sulked or gotten upset, but Vontae Bentley put his head down, went to work, and it was kind of overshadowed because the offensive line struggles were getting all the attention during that losing streak. Yeah. But there were guys defensively that got better, and that group overall got a little bit better, and Bentley was a big part of the reason why.
Yeah, I mean, you look at his final numbers from the end of last year, and they're pretty impressive with the TFLs and the sacks that he got last year, and He really did.
So what Adam Mustard Tiger and Brian Howard just talked about is exactly my reasoning for having concern about that linebackers room. This is a view from Coach Prime. Coach Prime has a GoPro strapped on his chest, and the GoPros have this ultra wide angle lens, and it seems like, you know, you're in like a virtual world. So that's the angle that we're watching, and that's why you see Coach Prime with the drink in his hand, and that's what's going on with this footage. But anyways, so peep game. This is why I'm concerned about our linebackers room. Number one, Trevor Woods is not a true linebacker. Trevor Woods came from being a safety converted to linebacker just because we had a situation where we were lacking players, and Trevor Woods was converted. Trevor Woods is a good player, but it does not seem like we have full confidence in Trevor Woods or full confidence in Levante Bentley. We have to understand that. If they can't put it all together, we need a linebacker that has both, that can cover the pass and that can cover the run. We need a linebacker that's elite. Not to say that Trevor Woods or Levante Bentley are not elite linebackers, but guess what has to happen in order for them to do what they do best? And I welcome anybody that has a problem with the fact that I'm concerned about this linebackers room. We can debate it, but this is my reasoning. I'm giving you my perspective on why I'm concerned. The defensive line has to be elite or has to be really good for Trevor Woods and or Levante Bentley to beast out. You need a linebacker that can beast out regardless of, because there are going to be times where the line gets beat. What happens on those times? There are going to be teams that are going to be much better than some other teams. What happens in those times? That's why I'm concerned. I'm concerned because I feel like we need a linebacker or linebackers that can put it all together. Somebody who can cover the run and the pass. If Levante Bentley is really good with the pass or he's really good with the run, what happens when the defensive line either miss assignments or something happens? You got offensive linemen coming at you really fast. That's my concern. But let's just say you had a linebacker that can put it all together. No matter what you put at him, that linebacker is going to be like a Ray Lewis that can get at you at any given moment, any given Saturday. It doesn't matter. That is my concern. If we're going to go deep into the playoffs, if we're going to make a statement, we need players with high IQ at every position on this team or on that field. We've been talking about the linebackers forever. We know Levante Bentley's numbers, 40 solos. The second person that comes into play was not even on our team. There are going to be times where we need the linebacker to be the aggressor. The other flip side to this, if Levante Bentley and Trevor Woods are the elite linebackers that we are looking at to start this season, what that's really telling me is that the line has gotten really better, that the defensive line has really been bolstered. And Coach Prime and his staff has done a great job making sure that that defensive line with Chittle in the middle of them has gotten really, really good, and they are strong. So that means that the linebackers can now do what they need to do and not be worried about having offensive linemen in their face within seconds. So now the linebackers are free to fly around. Now the linebackers can really do their job. For the most part, they have to compensate for the lack of play on the front line in the trenches. Guys missing assignments, so they have to make up for that. So now if you have elite linemen who are on that front line, who are in the trenches, and they're not missing their assignments, then the linebackers can really fly around and do what they do, get at the quarterback. So that's encouraging to me. If that is the case, then I'm fine with the fact that these two guys are our leaders when it comes to linebackers play going into the season. But if we go deep into the season and we start meeting those teams that are really hard to play, when we start facing adversities, are they going to hold up? Is that line going to hold up? So that's my concern. It's not done yet because we still have the transfer portal opening after spring ball. What I want to see is that when the transfer portal opens up again, I want us to go out there and get an elite linebacker or two. Now, if we get one, I'll be satisfied with it. If we get two, even better. Then that means we're going to go even deeper. But I'm not satisfied because if you have Juju taking your spot, we need another Juju. If Juju's in the game and you don't get playing time, you only get playing time when Juju's not in the game, then I'm concerned that we need another Juju. That means Juju was elite. Juju was a DJ Lundy. He's back to Florida, and I don't know we keep saying his name, but I'm just saying, we need another couple of Jujus on that team as linebackers. Put Trevor Woods back to safety. Bring in an elite linebacker. Let Trevor Woods be in his element as safety. Let him do what he does best. I do like the fact that Livingston is going to use packages. Right now, he's taking the opportunity to learn who these guys are, their strengths, their weaknesses, and stuff like that, and he's going to put them into situations and use their strength into situations where they can win. I like that style of football. Maybe they know how to use Levante Bentley and Trevor Woods a lot better this year because Livingston is there. Maybe. We don't know. A new DC maybe knows how to use these guys better, and what we saw last year is because the DC and the position coaches did not really know how to utilize their strengths and put them into positions so that they can limit their weaknesses. Maybe that's the case, and maybe they're seeing something totally different. That's why you can't go all the way in with this type of assessment. That's why I can't go all the way in and say, oh my gosh, this is panic panic time. There's no panic button here. I'm not panicked at all, and I don't want nobody to take this out of context. I'm not panicked. It's just a concern. We're not just trying to win a few games this year. We're trying to make a statement this year. To make a statement, you're going to need multiple Chitos, my favorite player on the Buff this year. You're going to need multiple Nigerians, hungry, hyenas who are ready to eat. And that's what I'm talking about. If we're going to make a statement and really shut the haters up and really tell the detractors to go have a seat, and because we're getting our mic back, because they've had it for so long, they're telling us what we are, who we're not. We lost a few games because of circumstances. If we win a few games, we'll get our microphone back. Because all this stuff they're saying, Coach Prime can't coach, oh, Coach Prime, daddy ball, Coach Prime is leaving, all of that stuff is going to have to be quiet. Y'all going to have to be quiet, you detractors. Y'all think y'all know what you're talking about, but I can't wait to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about, and I told you so. So you got the opportunity to say, you told us so. But man, I can't wait to tell you, this is what we were trying to explain to you. This is what I've seen all this time. Coach Prime is going to win, and he's going to win big. And I'm trying to tell y'all, if these young men lock in, if the coaches believe in Coach Prime's process and his vision, we're going to win. That gold whistle that you see right there is going to be some, I'm trying to tell you right now, just wait and see. Colorado football is going to be all right, but we're really going to need to address this linebacker situation. If Bentley's up, if his number get called and he gets up, then it is what it is. If Trevor Woods, if his number gets called and he gets up, then it is what it is. I'm not trying to detract from them, but I'm just saying, I'm a fan with concern. And those are the reasons that I've given you about my concerns. And I would like to hear from you in the comments, what do you think about our linebacker situation? Do you have the same concerns that I have? If you hate the reasoning, give your rebuttal or give your reasoning why you say, oh, there ain't no concern, we're going to be good, Trevor Woods is going to be good, Levante Bentley's going to be good. Give your reasoning. Don't just tell me that old saying like, oh, you know, we got a gold jacket and he's going to be fine. I don't want to hear that. Give me a real true reasoning, okay? But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. I will see you, get it? See you on the next video, okay?